everybody. I'm George Williams, and I'm the Next Search Catalog Coordinator at Northeast Kansas Library System. And today I'm going to talk about library director passwords and what's going on here. So up until recently, there has been an issue in Koha that has made it impossible for Koha to require a more complex password for staff than for borrowers. So if we want borrowers to have an easy to remember, easy to access password, like the last four digits of their phone number or their birth date or something like that, that means that we can't make the staff passwords any more complex than that. But that's changing in the new upgrade. And for that reason, for the first time ever, we have given library directors the ability to log in with their library director account and set the passwords for staff at their own library. Up until now, if somebody at a library wants their staff password reset, like their tech password or their circ password, or their director password, they have to call Neckles and ask us to reset it for them. With the new upgrade, it will be possible for directors to set those passwords themselves. And we've already given directors the ability to do this. But one of the issues is that most of the library directors have never had to log into Koha with their library director password or account. So many of the library directors don't even know they have a library director account. So the first thing that we need to do before library directors can set passwords for their staff is to show them how to find their library director account and how to reset the passwords on their own library director account if they don't know what those passwords are. So the easiest way to find a library director account is to go to Checkout in the staff interface and type the word director. And there are a couple of directors here. There are a couple of accounts that have the word director in them, but almost all of these accounts are library director accounts for directors at Neckles libraries. So in this example, I'm going to click on the Neckles director login. And once you found the account for your director, what you need to do is click on it and then go to the details page for that account. Because you're going to need this information up here is the library card number for the director account. And then you're also going to need to know the email address that is attached to that library account. So if the primary email address on your library director account is missing, or if it is incorrect, the first thing you need to do once you find your director account is click on Edit and make the director account email address your current library director email address, because you're going to need that in order to set your password if you don't already know it. So I've got the Neckles director username card number, and I know what the email address is for this. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the OPAC. If you go to the OPAC, this is where borrowers and staff, if they have their library card number and an email address on their account, this is where all of that self-password resetting happens. You go to log into your account and you click on the link here in the pop-up that says forgot your password. Once you're there, what we're going to do is we're going to put the card number in there, and then we're going to put in the email address here, and we're going to click submit. And within a couple of minutes, I'm going to get an email in my inbox that, whoops, let me pull that over here. That is going to have it's going to say the email has been sent in a response for a request for a password reset for this account. And if you click on that link, it's going to take us back to the OPAC where we can set a new password for the library director account, for any account. that we've done this with. So I'm going to put in a new password. Once we have the upgrade on January 15th, staff accounts and library associate accounts will need passwords that are a minimum of 14 characters long. They will need to have one capital letter, one small letter, and one numeral. That happens after January 15th, and it only happens to passwords that are being reset. So if you already have a password that doesn't meet those requirements, you will still be able to log in on January 16th. But anybody that tries to reset a password after January 16th is going to need to follow those guidelines. 14 characters, one capital letter, one small letter, and one numeral. This is for better security for the staff client. Currently, we have some passwords, I believe, that are only 4 or 5 characters long. They could be broken by a good hacker in 20 minutes. The goal here is to have passwords for the staff client that are complex because we have data that we have a legal obligation to protect the confidentiality of the data in the staff client. So once you put in the new password and you have to do it twice to confirm that you're doing it correctly, you click on submit, and the password for Nichols Director has now been changed. So if I go back over to the staff interface and log out and do Nichols Director and the new password, this will log me in, and now I can look up my staff accounts. I could go to Nichols Circ, and it used to be that directors, this change password button would be grayed out and you wouldn't be able to click on it. Now directors will be able to click on that and change passwords for any accounts that are system login only or library associate. So if you have any questions about this, please let me know at nexthelp@nichols.org. And the next video will be about setting those passwords. I'm going to switch over to the test server that is already running Koha 2105 and show you what this looks like when you try to reset a password for a staff account in the new version of Koha that we'll be upgrading to. Thanks for your attention.